8-0, and at the time it gave Northwestern the lead, as Miller looked to exact a little bit of revenge against Jennings.
Miller is 14-9 on the year. Here, 6-6 so far in duels. Does have a few wins in Big Ten play. Was able to beat Kevin Snyder of Ohio State early on in the season. Also has wins over Ben Stone and Patrick Grayson of Wisconsin and Nebraska, as well as Chase Beard of Michigan State.
He takes on Conan Jennings, currently ranked 17th in the nation in the heavyweight class. He is a redshirt junior from Centerville, Ohio, and is currently 19-8 on the year, including 10-3 in duels. Both men kind of feeling each other out of this at the stage in the center circle.
A lot of circling right now. Not too much action early on in this bout.
Here, try about a minute. Both guys feeling each other out this far, trying to spot a weakness in each other's game. Looks like for a moment there, Conan Jennings was going to try and bring Miller's head down, but...
Yeah, looking either for a head snap to try to get into a double leg or maybe go for a headlock.
Miller was ready for it. He's able to snap his head back up and reestablish the standing position. And slipping out of there is Jennings. Both guys still feeling each other out at this stage. So Jack, despite the fact that Northwestern's coming away with the victory, what do you think Fletcher Miller needs to do here to kind of build some momentum for Indiana heading into the Big Ten tournament?
Just trying to wrestle a good match here, trying to maybe reverse the score from last season, get a big victory here to get some momentum for here. But there's some positives already to take away from this match. That Devin Skatska pin was huge for him against Jennings, who's another ranked wrestler. That could be really big for him and his confidence moving forward. Cole Weaver got back into the win column. There's definitely some positives for Dwayne Goldman and his staff to take away from today, regardless of what Fletcher Miller does here.
Yeah, certainly a huge improvement over the last two meets against Illinois and Purdue, where they got absolutely walloped. But this time, Indiana was able to keep it close for most of the afternoon. And as we head into the second period, still no score between either of the heavyweights and no riding time accumulated, as nobody really went to the ground in that first period.
Yeah, it's been very much a long feeling out process for both these grapplers, as they're going to start neutral again, so maybe we'll see that process continue.
Yeah, you gotta wonder if the fact that this match has already been decided, or this meet has already been decided in Northwestern's favor, if both guys are kind of playing it safe to avoid any potential injuries.
I wouldn't think so, just due to the nature of wrestling, to where this match still counts, so whether or not you can try to get an NCAA qualification for Big Ten standings for each wrestler. They're definitely going to go all out and try to win the match, even though the team score has been decided for today's outcome.
And that's a good point there, because Fletcher Miller's got to be one of those guys you got to consider on the bubble, really, for not only Big Tens, but for nationals, as he's currently 14-9 on the year. But he does have 5 pins to his credit.
And does have some Big Ten victories, as we touched on earlier as well.
So overall, a pretty solid season for Miller, especially considering lack of success he had last year. As he went 9-20 last season. He's able to flip that around and turn it into a winning record in his redshirt junior season.
Yeah, it's been a great bounce back year for Fletcher Miller. A lot of positive takeaways, ways to go into his senior year with, regardless of how he does in the Big Tens and the NTAs, if he's able to get there. Of course, the Big Tens will be in East Lansing in a couple of weeks. Michigan State will be the host.
As we're approaching under 35 seconds to go, still no score between these two heavyweights.
I'm surprised that they decided to start neutral in the second period after the little action we saw in the first.
Yeah, I'm sure it's starting the third period, though. If we don't see any change here, that whoever has decision will elect to start down and try and get the quick escape. Both guys really in a stalemate here as we close out the second period. Still no score as we approach the second buzzer. So that is 2 periods in the books here for the heavyweights. 1 more to go. It looks like Conan Jennings will elect to start down. He's going to try and get the escape to try and take the quick lead.
Well, one of 2 things is going to happen here. Jennings is going to get an escape and likely win the match based on what we saw in the first two periods as what happens. Or as what I was going to say is Fletcher Miller is going to keep him down, build up riding time, and win on the riding time point.
Yeah, looks like Jennings is able to get the quick escape, and based on the way things are going, that could in this match, that could be enough to do it. As neither guy has really gone for a takedown yet, as they basically spent the first two and a quarter periods kind of just feeling each other out at this point.
It makes me very intrigued that Fletcher Miller didn't decide to start down to start the second period to try to get an escape to where this would have evened the match instead of putting Miller down 1-0. Maybe Dwayne Goldman and Fletcher Miller know something we don't, that maybe he wasn't confident in getting an escape, but at this point he's in a really tough situation now.
Yeah, a potential missed opportunity, as you mentioned, not starting from the down position to start the second period. As he approached minutes ago left in the third period, and he trails the 17th ranked Jennings 1-0 as he goes for his leg, but Jennings was ready for it. And now
Miller needed to keep committing to that shot. He didn't do it, even though now he's going to counter.
He's going to get the takedown. Great move there by Miller as he's able to pivot his body around with just under a minute left to go.
Jennings made the same mistake Miller did. He didn't stay committed to the shot, except Miller was able to counter it, circle around, and get the takedown points, and Jennings with the quick escape to tie this back up at 2.
Yeah, Jennings got the quick escape with about 40 seconds left to go in the third period to knot things back up. A great move there by Miller as the crowd's getting back into this thing.
Another shot from Miller.
Trying to flip things around is Jennings.
Good sprawl from Jennings.
And trying to bring Jennings back up is Miller, but Jennings trying to pivot around, trying to get position on Miller, but Miller's able to stand back up as we're approaching 10 seconds to go left in the period. And grabbing a leg is Jennings, and he's able to get the takedown on Fletcher Miller just under 10 seconds to go. That looks like it's going to get the victory for the Northwestern Wildcats. It's going to be a 4-2 win at the heavyweight class for Conan Jennings.
Is it fitting that it was a single leg takedown?
It has to be. That's been the story of the match. Conan Jennings wins by decision, his 20th of the year.